The Great Bubblegum Balloon Escape Balloon Candy Chapter 1. The accidental invention in the little town of Whizville, where every house had a slide instead of stairs and the clouds smelled like cotton candy, lived a boy named Leo Tinkerboots. Leo was no ordinary kid, he was an inventor. Not the kind that made boring things like toasters or light bulbs. No, Leo made fun inventions, like glow-in-the-dark peanut butter and socks that never get lost in the laundry. One afternoon, while experimenting in his garage, Leo accidentally created something incredible: bubblegum balloon gum. One piece of this gum, Leo muttered, chewing thoughtfully, and I can blow a normal bubble. But what happens if I chew 10 pieces? He stuffed his mouth full, took a deep breath, and pfft. A giant bubble grew, and whoosh. Before Leo could say oh, the bubble lifted him straight into the sky. Chapter 2. Floating into trouble. At first, it was amazing. Leo floated above Whizville, waving at his dog, Mr. Pickles, who looked extremely confused. "This is the best day ever," Leo cheered. Then he realized something. Wait, how do I get down? Just as he panicked, he drifted toward giggly giraffe jungle, where the giraffes had the most uncontrollable giggles in the world. "Hey, look at that kid in a bubble," one giraffe snorted. Another giraffe giggled so hard that he tripped over his own legs. "He looks like a floating meatball." Leo tried to explain, "I'm not a meatball, I'm an inven," but the giraffes were laughing too hard to listen. And before Leo could float away, a particularly sneezy giraffe achooed. So hard that the wind sent Leo spinning toward Tickle-Tornado Valley. Chapter 3. The Tickle-Tornado Disaster. Tickle-Tornado Valley was exactly what it sounded like, a place filled with tiny tornadoes that tickled anything in their path. Birds, trees, even rocks couldn't stop giggling. Leo's bubble floated straight into a tickle tornado. Hee hee ha ha ha. Leo burst into laughter, twisting and turning, tears rolling down his face. He flailed his arms. Pop! The bubble burst, and Leo plummeted toward the ground. Then, thud. Leo landed right on top of a very annoyed hedgehog wearing a tiny hat. Chapter 4. The Grumpy Hedgehog and the Lesson Learned. "Excuse me, hedgehog down," the hedgehog grumbled. Leo stumbled up, gasping for air. Oh wow, that was the tickliest fall ever. The hedgehog adjusted his tiny hat and glared. "Let me guess. Another kid who didn't think about how to land before taking off?" Leo blinked. Yeah. The hedgehog sighed. "Look, buddy. Invention is great, but every great inventor knows you have to plan ahead. Did you have a way to control where you went? A way to land?" Leo scratched his head. "Well, no. Exactly," the hedgehog crossed his tiny arms. "Next time, before flying into the sky with chewing gum, think of a way to get down safely first." Leo nodded slowly. "You're right. I was so excited about going up, I didn't think about how to come back down." Lesson learned: every great invention needs a plan, not just excitement. Chapter 5. The Bubblegum Parachute. Leo wasn't about to make the same mistake twice. Using the leftover bubblegum, he quickly chewed, twisted, and shaped it into a makeshift parachute. "Here goes nothing," he said, jumping into the air. The parachute caught the wind perfectly. Leo glided through the sky, steering carefully this time. He soared past Tickle-Tornado Valley, staying far away, waved at the giggling giraffes, and finally landed safely back in Whizville. Chapter 6. The best idea yet. Back in his garage, Leo adjusted his invention. "Bubblegum balloon gum is fun," he said, "but now it comes with a built-in parachute." His first customer? The grumpy hedgehog, who secretly wanted to try flying but didn't like the whole falling part. And from that day on, Leo's bubblegum balloon gum became the most popular and safest flying invention in Whizville. The end.